Good morning, guys. It's morning.
It is.
Kind of a rainy day here in Fallston at J. Ray Studios. Brought to you by Johnny Ray's Smokehouse and, of course, the Hoot Nannie, downtown Forest City. Kev, as you guys know, he helps Steve keep it rolling there. Steve, Big Kev, you've been back a lot more lately.
I have Johnny Ray back behind the bar, back over there trying to keep her customers happy.
Yeah, for sure. And Kevin's actually the loudest person I've ever met in my life. So when he's giving the kitchen like a yeah like they're doing good, the copper penny hears it, which is 100 yards down the street.
Into the kitchen and kind of fire them up and just let them know the food that's coming out. We're getting no complaints. It looks good, and customers are giving us great feedback. And
okay,
the more we get of that, the better we're going to be.
Yeah. All right, so let's just. She can use this and piece this shit together, but we'll go from here. So no gaps.
No gaps. No gaps.
Zero gaps.
All right. So John Allen is back. His first appearance and second appearance. We screwed up and it didn't work. And so we're not going to recap it, but here's the deal, John. We're going to cover some of the stories.
Okay.
You can tell them any way you want, even if they're different from last time. Nobody will know except us.
All right.
And I don't remember your story anyway, so.
I don't remember most of my story either.
Dude.
For the first 25, 30 years.
Every time an episode drops, I'm like, ooh, what did I say in that thing?
Yeah.
I hope my wife's not mad.
It's new to you too. Same. Yeah.
So she asked me this morning, she's like, she said something. She's like, I know you talk bad about me there. And I was like, no, the only thing we say is old red,
Yep.
And she was just giving me a hard time. She'll actually be on the podcast. She was supposed to be Saturday, but it didn't work out. So we're going to have John Curley, American cowboy.
Nice.
Like I'm talking American cowboy, race car driver, raced against Dale Jr. and his sister at Hickory back in the day.
Really?
Yeah. He said that Kelly Earnhardt gave him a kiss on the cheek one time. So we'll have to follow up on that one.
Yeah.
And then also, he was a Marine.
Okay.
Highway patrolman for a while there.
I want to meet this guy.
I'm ruining the story. So.
Oh yeah. Stop.
Yeah.
Stop.
Well,
Say less.
But he's coming on for, I think it's 7 and 8, episode 7 and 8. But anyway, so cool stuff, John. You're from Iowa.
I am.
And we talked about this last time. We ran into each other at the Hoot Nannie.
Mm-hmm.
And I was supposed to meet you, but I didn't know that you were the person I was supposed to meet. And
so us.
Yeah, I know.
Right?
See, that's the great thing about these guys. We have moments.
Mm-hmm.
Like Big Kev and I, we're like, oh, basta fagioli. Well, that's what we do. Or, oh man, do you have that pie?
Right.
I turn into a New Jersey guy when I hang out with Kevin. Yeah, you guys want some pie? No.
Hey.
No? Okay. So, but anyway, John here is actually eating the Barnyard Challenge, I think we called it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Kevin, do you remember what was on that?
Johnny Ray, I do believe it was a chicken cutlet,
yep,
a burger,
fried, yeah,
some pulled pork,
mm-hmm.
and some cheese curds,
yes,
and then a pound of French fries.
Mm-hmm. I can't remember if we called it the Barnyard, because originally
I think the Barnyard was the one down at
no, that was the Cluck Norris.
Oh, that was the Cluck Norris,
which generally we can do that. It's a Duke burger with a
double chicken.
Well, the double Cluck is that one. So that was a great name.
That was a great name. That was a feat. I think 3 of us in this room attempted that.
John, did you try it?
I did not win.
So no, Bergen, you guys were number 1 and 2, weren't you? That tried it.
We were the first round with a bunch of big boys.
Yeah, I brought some heavy hitters in, and they all fell too.
Bunch of Sally girls.
Yeah. So I was one of them.
So I did not officially finish it on record, but I did eat it. I'd been in the house for 2 weeks, was really sick with COVID. And we drove.
You talking about at the Hoot?
No, actually, the double Cluck at
Nannie's.
At Nannie's.
Yeah.
It was me and my wife in the parking lot, and she got a chicken sandwich, which made her fall in love with chicken sandwiches. By the way,
nice.
She never was a chicken sandwich person.
The fried chicken, the thick pickles, and that Duke's mayonnaise.
Yep. But I messed that double Cluck up.
Well, good, man.
I want to do it again because that was delicious.
You just let me know.
All right.
Yeah.
Get your $20 bill out because inflation.
$20 is $20.
That's right. It's gone up now.
It used
That's
to be
right.
16 minutes or $16, but
and that was a great deal. Actually.
that was a heck of a deal. I bet, Kevin, what do you think? 50 attempts?
Yeah, I'd say 50 attempts.
Yeah.
I would say
We had the professional eater.
Yeah,
Correct. Well,
Molly Schuler.
Yeah, she was there.
She actually ate
Crushed
two.
Yeah,
She
bro,
crushed
that was
two of them
insane.
Yeah.
In the time
in
limit.
16 minutes.
Plus like 6 cups of
Yeah.
water.
And
It's
she
on
said,
YouTube.
She said she had eaten a
Yeah.
big, big meal in Charlotte the night before.
It's nuts.
And then she
Yeah,
was
she
going to
crushed
do another video at I can't remember which restaurant she said, but she was going to crush 10 racks of ribs or something like
Yeah.
that.
Wow.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It can't be healthy.
No.
No.
Because I know how I feel after just eating a regular plate at one of the restaurants,
Right.
or anybody's restaurant these
Right.
days.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
well, cool stuff, John Allen. You're a Marine. Thank you for your service.
Appreciate that.
Yes, sir. Thank you,
Appreciate
John
that.
Allen.
We like to give John a hard time on that. He's got a good sense of humor when
Yep.
it comes to the military.
Yep.
So veteran,
Yep.
thank you for your service.
Appreciate that. I can't even. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
I hope people don't
did
get.
did you make any sandbox appearances?
Oh, in the
Yeah, the sandbox.
So it was the last time he was here. We had a story, and it was more of like me ranting about someone, and the only takeaway was the sandbox.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, so Marine. Now we talked about this last time, and so I'm going to pretend like that episode didn't even happen. Okay. And I'm going to stop saying we talked about it last time, and you guys just roll with me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's go.
yeah. So, John, you Iowa, born and raised.
Born in Colorado.
Born in Colorado. That's right.
Yep.
So, okay, so tell us about that.
I don't remember that part of it, but
Really? Why is that?
I've heard stories. But really, my first memory is of life in North Carolina because my dad was also in the Marine Corps.
That's
So
right, that's right.
I remember the coast of North Carolina. We left the coast like when I was 5-ish and moved back to Colorado briefly and then back to Iowa. But yeah.
Was he stationed in Iowa?
No, he got out right as
Do they have a base?
pretty much.
Yeah.
No.
I think they have an
No base
airport
in
now.
Iowa.
No, there's no Ford, moving Marine bases there. But no, he got out pretty much right as Desert Storm was happening.
Oh,
he was
okay.
an air wing guy, and he was actually in the Air Force, got out, then joined the Marine Corps. So
Let me talk Desert Storm for a minute here.
Yeah.
Because you guys remember all the merchandise that was out with it.
Oh yeah.
It was we used to be such a patriotic military country.
Oh yeah.
You know, we were over there with General Schwarzkopf.
Right.
That's right.
Kevin, you were probably, how old were you? I was in 2nd and 3rd grade-ish.
Johnny,
Oh, you're
I
gonna
was
put Papa on
probably,
the spot right
Yeah,
there.
you know he's old.
I probably graduated high school.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you're 68.
With General
No, I'm
Patton.
kidding. He's 63. 63.
63. I age every podcast. 56. 56.
Oh,
Johnny Ray.
50.
Oh, man.
Oh,
I was
5'6",
yeah,
5'6".
Yeah.
Remember 5'6" pickup sticks?
Pick up sticks.
5'6".
I'm an idiot. I'm so sorry.
it's-
Hey, memory is fleeting.
We need to get the shine passed around.
Oh, for sure. We
got
gotta
to
get
back. Yeah, you need to
jump
get your
started.
Get into your mojo.
Hey, Richard.
going.
Richard said afterward, he goes, "Ooh, I don't think I've ever drank moonshine at 9 o'clock in the morning."
Welcome to the
and
podcast.
he's a liar. He's a liar
Yeah,
because
he's a
I know
liar.
for a
He
fact.
said he was backwoods.
Oh, he was. Yeah, listen, that guy right there. Tell you what, if he needs one tape measure, he'll have 6. That's how
great.
prepared he is.
That is
He's kind of
great.
like you ever see that Hank Hill meme where he's WD-40ing, but he can't get the WD-40 lid off, so he's got another one in his pocket just to fix the door.
The backup.
You see that one?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
in the holster.
awesome.
Okay, so military. You grew up in Iowa.
Yeah.
We want to know the story about how you lost weight. Boom, to get into the military.
Yeah. So really just no.
This guy.
Yeah. No. Decided that's what I was gonna do. 9/11 happened when I was a senior in high school.
Okay.
So I thought that's what I was gonna do immediately after high school. But just I was a strong kid. I like to lift weights, especially got into lifting weights a lot as a senior in high school. But I just had a bunch of fat on my body. There's no other way to say it.
You were thick.
Yeah, I was thick, and then I started working in a bar right after high school.
You ate cheeseburgers all night, didn't you?
Chicken wings and beer. You know what I mean?
I was a skinny kid in high school, and
Yeah.
then I discovered cold beer, pizza, and I got like a buy one get one free pizza card. At the place.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Right.
We ate pizza every night of the week.
So I'm doing that and still like lifting weights or whatever, but wound up bumming around town for 4 years, just working.
Yep.
And but still had this urge to do what I wanted to do. And finally I walked into a recruiter's office one day, and I'd actually just come back from San Antonio, Texas, where my brother had graduated Air Force boot camp. And I was just like, man, this is awesome. I'm proud of him.
Yeah.
And
younger?
Yeah, he's 3 years younger than me. Yeah, he was born in North Carolina.
Does he ever come here?
Yeah, he came here with his family, I guess, 2 years ago. He's going to retire from the Air Force in about 2 and some change, 3 years, something like that.
We thank him for his service.
We thank him for his service.
Thank you for your service, Joey. I appreciate you. No, but he's a smart one. He's used his brain in the Air Force. And
What's his rank?
He's an E6 or E7 in the Air Force. I don't even know what they call it.
I was going to say, everybody, they'll be like, yeah, that's he's an E4. And I'm like, I have no idea
no
what that means.
clue what that means.
They call it something different in the Air Force, tech sergeant or something. I don't know. But he's actually, so he joined the Air Force. And then
you said he didn't fly. He worked on.
He joined as an intel guy. So they taught him Mandarin Chinese, and he got to go to a whole bunch of awesome schools,
I think I'm getting Big Rob's story mixed with his.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because he had North Carolina and beach ties as well.
Oh, okay.
Because his dad was Air Force, wasn't he? And he was Marine.
Yeah, I think that is correct.
Yeah, because I think his dad's
Air Force.
So that's what I'm doing. I'm getting the two Marine stories.
Yeah.
Thank Rob for his services.
Yeah, thank Rob
for your service.
Thanks, Rob.
Yes, big Rob.
But yeah, so he joined as an intel guy, learned Mandarin, got to go to a bunch of awesome schools that I'm jealous about, and then I guess probably would have been maybe 5 years ago or something. Shortly after, basically right after Trump created the Space Force, his position now has something to do with satellites. I don't really ask a whole lot of questions, but he's now actually a member of the Space Force.
Oh, cool!
Believe it or not,
that's cool.
Yeah, I'd like to get like one of his jumpsuits, perhaps.
I'll see what I can do.
Surely he doesn't have a jumpsuit, right?
He's probably got a flight suit or something like that. Or something.
Maybe you could get a patch, Johnny. Right? Maybe just a patch.
Yeah, a patch patch.
I could probably get you a patch.
My Joey's in the Air Force. Bumper sticker
for your truck.
Yeah, my friend's brother is in the
right.
Would you like it signed as well?
We should have that sticker made. My friend's brother is in the Space Force.
We'll make a mint.
Yes.
Calling James Little, he's actually listening right now as we speak, because at some point he'll listen to this.
Shout out to James.
Yeah, James, Cheerful Signs and Graphics. Our guy with that new sign.
That's our guy.
Yep.
Well, then maybe people will thank you for your service if you have that bumper sticker.
No, I don't want. No,
I don't want to be confused. No, sir.
Around here,
not credit that I will take.
Hey, listen. We got wood for warriors in our room in our presence.
Yes, we do.
Thank you for your service, Bergen.
No, for real.
For real though. Yeah.
Wood for Warriors is awesome.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Great. What is it? 5013C? Is that what they call it? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's great. And at the end of the show, we'll talk about where you can hit people up for these two guys. Right. Well, I'm pointing like everybody's watching. Bergen and John Allen here. They are farmers as well, and so they offer meat. So we'll get those links or whatever. That's kind of Alyssa's deal right there. So I'll get her. Blah, 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 blah. So, Big Cat, I'm sorry, I'm jumping around here. So you're joining the military, dropped all that weight.
Yeah. So I see my brother graduate Air Force boot camp, and I'm like, okay, this is awesome. He did it right out of high school. I was proud of him.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, I've been bumming around for 4 years. I got to do something.
Yeah.
Step it up.
So I flew back. That was in January of 2006. February of 06.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, all right, kind of got to do the mirror test. Be honest with yourself, right? So I just went into the recruiter's office. I said, this is what I want to do. I already knew they were going to say you weigh too much, right?
Mm-hmm.
But they're like, I think they could tell I was serious, and I was 4 years older than most of the people.
Did you have the Eye of the Tiger?
I must have. Yeah, I actually had the boombox with that song on when I went in. Yeah,
nice.
That's big old piece of chain neck.
Yeah.
And I knew I liked you.
Yeah,
I mean, you just by the beat of a different drum.
Right, yeah.
Oh, that's definitely a different drum.
Mm-hmm. So they're like, all right, well, let's weigh you and see where you're at.
Mm-hmm.
All right. It's kind of like that moment in Heavyweights, the movie. Remember?
Yeah,
Remember? It's like,
yeah.
all right, get on the scale, get off the scale, get off the scale.
Yeah.
So I think I was 330.
Really?
Oh,
It was,
I can't
okay.
even imagine you
Yeah.
looking like
I know.
that is insane.
Kevin, how much were you kind of not at your peak, but
my peak 368.
really?
But
Yeah.
you're taller, so you probably carried it better, right? Or
No,
No.
I carried it like a.
And I don't mean that
like a
disrespectfully.
man carried it
No.
like a house.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude.
yeah.
When he walked
Angry,
into this
you know.
the restaurant, he looked like a completely different person.
Really?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
he looks great.
No, he does.
Yeah, he looks great
I'd do him.
for a 65-year-old man.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
65 streaking
Listen,
well.
you're
Hey, he
married
does
to a
like
Jersey
40-year-olds.
girl. I'm staying away from you.
He loves 40-year-olds.
I mean, you're already wearing my shirt, Big Kev.
This is true.
Yeah.
He
He came
We're up early.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I meant to order one of those, and then
You have one?
no, but I wanted the other one.
Oh, I got that one too, Johnny.
Yeah, I know. I saw you wearing it.
Yeah.
Let me just get some.
Got a lot of
I got-
comments. Got a lot of comments on that
Yeah.
shirt at the Hoot Nannie.
Hey, I'll do a shirt
By
for
the
a
way.
shirt trade.
Let's do. How about a shirt for a hat?
You want a
one.
hat?
I want the hat that Big Kev has.
The JR Cattle Co.
Yeah.
You know, they sell out like ridiculous. We can't.
We have been moving hats, Johnny.
I just
Ray.
ordered another 100 patches from Dave at Print It in
Yeah.
Cherville.
Really?
You guys need hats? That's the guy right there
Okay.
too.
Oh, yeah.
Him,
Okay.
James
Oh,
Lale,
yeah.
they all work together.
Yep.
But yeah, so we can get you one of those.
All right.
But I'm gonna need what's the other shirt say? Because I got that one.
So it's the. I call it the John Hambo shirt. It's a
Okay.
Yes.
it's a hog with a bandana on it
Oh yeah.
and says, "Just put our meat in your mouth."
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what it says on the back. On the
Yeah, it
form.
says it on the back.
Yeah, it says on the back.
So I love how you guys are just unapologetically like, listen, we're gonna be a jackass about it,
Yeah,
and we're gonna put our meat in your mouth,
yeah.
Yeah.
and it's gonna be delicious.
Well, I mean,
Like,
I'm
you just
working.
go for it.
Once I progress a little bit more,
Mhm.
I'm working on a new tagline, which will be something to the effect of "Nothing beats our meat," or something like that.
I like
yeah,
it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
You know-
good.
Well, you
Catchy.
know, MorningWood
But-
Farms.
Right.
I mean, come on,
Right.
guys.
I
It
don't-
does. It goes with it.
I don't
Perfectly.
quite get the joke there, but
Well, yeah.
it sounds like a great idea.
You get it. You get it.
Well, there's a story since it's been said.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm just gonna move on.
Okay.
But
Since
anyway,
it's been said,
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
going to
no,
move
because
on.
it's not that bad of a story. It's just like it's more of it's. I mean, this is guy talk, but
Right.
again, I'm sure.
Listen, this is the name of my farm, guys. I don't know
Yes,
what the
yeah.
problem
Yeah.
is.
Yes, I
Totally
same,
innocent.
Same.
I mean,
Okay, I'm gonna tell a story because otherwise everybody's gonna think like I'm doing something.
You're holding
sketchy.
back.
So
Yeah.
my buddy, what's
You guys
Anyways.
are close.
well, I haven't seen him in
Oh,
6
okay.
years.
I
You know,
got I got you.
Scott Reefner. We called him Reef. He would say, "Do you ever go to the barbecue competitions, get everybody in a circle, and say nobody beats our meat, nobody beat?" And I was like, "No, man."
But you should.
Well, you know, Reefner's a great guy. I need to get him on here sometime. Pretty funny guy.
Yeah.
I helped him move his ex-wife out. But anyway, I also was there the night that their marriage failed. Unfortunately,
boy.
yeah, it was bad.
Was
good
it
friend,
your fault,
John.
Johnny?
Good dude, huh?
Was it your fault?
No, Lord, no. I don't know. Maybe we should cut this shit out.
Nah.
Nah, that's the good
I think
stuff.
this is the good stuff.
This is the good. No, but the long story short, we were good buddies, and sometimes you have to help the guy move his ex-wife out.
It's true.
Yes.
And,
That's true.
I think they both have. Well, I know they've both gone on to great things because Scott's a bang-up guy and married a good woman, and he's got a great house on the lake. Not to call you out, bro, but it's a great house on the
Nice.
lake. Yeah,
Lake life is
So
nice.
you're on the scales.
So you were
Mhm.
instrumental in their positive life changes. Is what you're saying?
Well,
That's the way to spin this.
Well, I was the one like, "Hey, man, want to go out?"
Yeah.
Which led to positive
Yes,
life changes.
and that's
right?
at
Yes.
some point where he met his wife. Now.
See,
Yeah.
and now he
Friends.
lives on the lake because of you.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh,
You
See what I mean?
steered,
There?
you steered
See
his
how that
direction.
works?
yeah, and
See?
what? You know
His what?
Yeah.
Oh, the
The
direction.
direction was
Oh, I thought you said
steered by
something else.
Johnny Ray.
Oh, listen, I am.
MorningWood Farms. We're up
Yeah.
early.
Yeah, just give me the helm.
Yes, well. You carry
So-
the helm now.
Yeah. Oh, like a 10-pound rock.
Helmet.
Like a true captain.
Like a
Johnny Ray,
helmet,
Like a
yes,
true
I need a
captain,
helmet.
Like a true captain.
Oh, I'm so burdensome.
Yes.
You're on the scales. They're like, get off, chubby.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm on the scale. Yeah, I'll show you guys. I actually I've saved my old driver's license from
Oh,
that
nice.
time period, just
Yeah.
so I never forget. Right.
Of
Yeah.
course.
And yeah, I'm like, okay, this really sucks. I had to get to 248 just to sign the paper to join. Right?
Okay.
Lordy Day.
That's right.
Yes.
Yep.
So that's
Yeah.
like 80
I like
pounds?
what you did there.
Yes.
80 pounds?
Yeah.
Ish?
Two yeah,
It's 255.
330 to
Yeah,
245, whatever that
80
is.
pounds, something
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
Oh, there's gonna be a guy with a calculator.
That's
They're idiots.
77 pounds.
You're
Johnny
idiots.
Ray.
Oh, no. There's a guy that don't need no calculator for that one.
85, right? 85 pounds,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So yeah. So that's just to join.
And
that's
how
just
much
to sign.
time did you have?
Well, I mean, I could have taken as long as I wanted, but they kind of just said like, listen, this is where you got to be. It's on you.
Yeah.
For the relative amount of time, right?
Oh, gotcha.
So, and then from there, I would have to cut another 20 pounds just to ship, to leave, to go to boot camp. So I was going to lose on my own before I left 110 pounds before I left
And
Wow,
go straight into
bro.
boot camp.
and go straight into boot camp.
Oh, yeah. That's
So
going to
the
be
85 pound just to
Just
get
to
in.
sign the paper.
And then you got to lose what else?
I had to ship, I think at 223 was the weight that I had to be at to go to boot camp. And I had to
Wow.
be able to, run
And how long would that, like from signing the papers to boot camp, how long did you have for that cut?
It was pretty rapid. What?
It was
Yeah, I
pretty
was
rapid
thinking it
because
was.
it was pretty rapid because I wanted to. There was a specific job that I wanted. I was waiting for that job. It didn't come around. I wanted to leave. I was trying to get out of there by the end of summer.
Gotcha.
So basically, it was
Were
January.
you running from a girl?
Well, yeah, and we can get to that. Well,
Mm.
I mean, again,
I
a
could-
bad
I
situation
could
that
tell.
led to a positive life change.
Yeah,
There you
look
go.
at,
There you
look
go.
at
Look at
you,
the
man.
stand.
Sunny
There you
side
go.
up. Sunny
Right?
side up.
So we can talk about that too.
We'll see if we get there.
But yeah, but remember that was about the hoodie. Remember?
Oh, yes.
Oh,
yes.
Yeah,
Dude.
that's definitely a
Yes.
good story.
I love
Yeah,
that
okay,
story.
Okay,
Yes.
I'll be honest with you, man. I have so many conversations. It takes
I know.
about 15 minutes to like
It's-
regurgitate that one back up to
I
be
got
like,
you.
oh yeah,
I got you. I got you.
So-
That's a good one.
So I know where I'm at. This is mid January, beginning of February, something like that. I get to the 245 within, I think it was May or June,
hmm
something like that. And I'm just basically working out 3 hours in the morning before I go to work.
hmm And you're working where?
At this time, I'm working for the University of Iowa as a maintenance guy. They hired
Nice.
like students and things like that during the summer to work for maintenance in the dorms.
So you were attending?
No,
Oh.
no. I was actually going to Kirkwood, to a community college there in town,
Yeah,
but I knew people
Kirkwood.
that worked at the university.
What's their mascot?
I don't know. Meth. I don't know.
I was gonna say like corn,
Yeah, maybe both.
corn and beer,
Yeah.
bratwurst,
Yeah, yeah. There's probably
the
several.
rolling
mascots there.
bratwurst. Yeah.
They do have a good technical school. But,
Really?
yeah, like welding, things
Oh
like that.
yeah,
But,
I've got a bit of an experience in that myself. Don't
Yeah.
tell too many people that.
I know you
No,
do.
you
Yeah, they'll be asking you to weld something.
Well,
Yeah.
Mhm.
you know what? I have a welder. It works great, but I don't have a oxygen tank. Tank,
Right,
shielding gas tank.
right.
Yeah.
75-25 mix.
Mhm.
Yes.
So mine's empty and it's out of test. So unfortunately, folks,
Can't
not
do
help
anything.
you.
You can't help you.
I'm inoperable, but you can hit up my boy at Double R
There it is.
fabrication, welding and fabrication,
There
Richard,
it is.
on previous episodes.
Mhm.
So anyway, you're at the tech school. You're at Iowa
I'm
working.
working at the University of Iowa all during the day. It was a maintenance job in the dorms, and then I was working at a pizza spot at night. So I would get up early in the morning, go to the gym, roughly about 2 to 3 hours, ride my bike to work,
Really,
ride my bike to the gym, or ride my bike.
basically for the cardio.
Yeah, exactly. I was
Yeah.
trying to get in 6 hours of working out every single day. Is what I was trying to do.
Wow.
And I was doing most of this in a sauna suit. I was taking a bunch of, remember stacker tubes
Dude,
and all these
that
things.
is you really
Horrible
wanted
for you.
this.
Oh yeah.
That's a testament. Like when you see something, you can't let up
And
when
then
it's
he
what you
worked
want.
at a
Yeah,
pizza
Oh,
shop.
and I was gonna say,
Like,
man,
that
you know
is
that pizza is
temptation.
good.
Oh, yeah.
galore.
Oh
yeah.
man,
No, that was because you'd go there at night at the end of the day,
They
and,
had leftovers.
oh,
After biking there too,
Dude, it
was
starving.
it was some days it was rough, but at the same point in time, you'd also just get so tired
Oh yeah,
that you're like, I don't even want to eat.
Yeah.
sometimes.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
you're filling yourself up with water.
Mhm.
Like, I mean, I'm drinking a gallon of water a day plus.
Mhm.
This is when I started chewing tobacco, to like curb your appetite.
Get that water weight out.
Get that water weight out.
That's right. That's right.
Hey, real quick, did anybody ever use a fruit roll up as a kid, like it was a chaw?
A big league chew.
Sure. Yeah, well, I did that too.
Yeah, but
man, fruit roll-ups were kind of a rarity in my house. You know, Mom and Dad wanted us to eat healthy. So I would stick that in there like it was a chaw.
Come on now, jerky chew was my thing.
Well, that wasn't quite
my jam.
I did like that, but that wasn't a thing when I was like 7. You know,
right.
Jack Links was, I don't know what it really were, but man, and you could spit the juice out and it looked like backer. Oh man.
Yeah.
See, we were kind of a baseball family. You know, I ended up being a racer and all that, but that's some pretty incredible dedication to getting to basically serve your country. Go in there and I can imagine you stuck out at basic like a sore thumb.
So I knew again, I was a little bit older. And so my dad, I was actually born when my dad was in boot camp at the exact same place in San Diego.
Oh, really?
Wow. So I had heard stories from him about how it was going to be. And I just kind of chalked it up to it is what it is. Yeah. I've already done a bunch of hard work. Now, don't get me wrong. Like it sucked. It sucked a lot. But I mean, there was people that stood out worse than me because they couldn't follow directions. They couldn't shoot. They
made themselves a target.
Yeah. And so my whole Marine Corps career, I learned it early is don't highlight yourself. Like
don't showcase,
blend
right?
in, baby.
Blend in.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
lay low.
There's a joke in the military, like you never volunteer for anything. You know what I mean? You might get voluntold.
Yeah. Oh yeah, voluntold's my favorite.
Voluntold.
Yeah, I love doing that.
Yeah.
But anything they're asking you to do, you probably ain't gonna want to.
Right. Now, I mean, every now and again there's the exception, but I just you don't trust volunteering.
General rule of thumb.
Yeah.
So you left the hoodie story real quick before we get into deployment.
Yeah. So you somebody gave you some intel about
your current wife.
My only
wife.
Yes.
Hey, dude, I said the same thing the other day. I was like, my only wife. Yeah. Words are hard.
Yeah,
words are hard
for a lot of people,
for a lot of
especially
people.
when you have to write it or type it.
Yes.
Are you guys feeling like you don't your spelling when you write is not as good as it used to be because of
autocorrect?
Absolutely.
But now I start getting mad at autocorrect because it's like.
You don't understand.
There's no such word as WXTV.
My autocorrect will put in the craziest words sometimes.
So stupid.
It's like you're not helping me.
Well, then
you put cabbage, it'll say Cambridge.
Yeah.
And I thought we're
talking about barbecue.
Yes.
And I thought it was supposed to recognize, like when you repeat.
It's supposed to be auto learning.
It's supposed to recognize your habits. I thought.
But
it doesn't recognize my dyslexia.
No, it doesn't recognize the F word still on mine either.
Yes, it wants to go. What does mine do?
Duck.
Yes, duck or F-U-X-K.
Yes.
What are you?
I don't want that.
Listen, I'm having passion right now.
Right. Yes.
I need the word.
Yes.
If you say shit, it goes to shut.
Shut or shot.
Shot.
Oh yeah, that's my favorite bullshot.
That is bullshit. That it does that. Though. That is bullshit that it does that.
Oh, my other favorite is not haga.
Haga.
Yeah, Haga.
So ridiculous. Come on, Apple, do better. Or internet or whatever.
Yeah.
Al Gore.
Yeah, Al Gore. That's right.
He invented the internet.
He invented it. Yeah, he did invent it.
Okay, so the girlfriend story.
Okay,
quick,
so
your wife approved it. She gave you the thumbs up.
She thinks it's hilarious. I think it's hilarious. It is
hilarious.
Yeah.
Once you say the first 5 cents about,
yeah. So you were told. You want this?
Yeah, that's good.
You were told by someone, and I didn't know that I was.
Yeah,
Intel had been leaked.
Hey, what did I say the story was? I came up with something.
You said something that you had heard from somebody in Chicago or something like that.
Something like that.
Dale
Evans in Chicago. He's a
Dale Evans.
Big Bears fan.
Yeah,
you know,
he's a Bears.
Big Bears. Bears.
So that I'd been arrested. You had said something like that. I'm sitting over in that chair. I'm like, how in the world?
That's right.
Tell us about your incarceration.
Yeah, I'm like, how did he find this out? And which it's whatever.
Felon.
It is whatever.
I am not a felon. Full disclosure. I'm very safe.
Why were you 17?
So I was. All right. So it's same exact time period. I had dated this girl through high school, and then into early college years. And, things were starting to go south. And
As they sometimes do.
As they sometimes do. And, her parents didn't really care for me. And
Why is that?
they were both educators. They didn't believe, they thought the military, at that time, at least, I don't know how they feel now. I don't know anything about them anymore,
Mhm.
but they just didn't think
What's
because
their address?
Hmm.
Kevin, make a call.
Yeah, we'll look them up.
I don't think because I wasn't following the traditional college path.
Yeah, that's what you were supposed to do in the late 90s
Oh
and
yeah,
early
yeah,
2000s.
yeah.
Yeah.
Get a degree, even if it
And
doesn't
now
do
everybody's
anything
going
for
to tech schools and making more money.
you, which is
Oh,
what they
yeah.
should do.
Yes,
yeah.
we need people to work on things.
Oh yeah.
So for a whole different, multitude of reasons that it wasn't going to work, and so we get to the point where we break up, right? And it wasn't the greatest breakup in the world, whatever. She had some stuff of mine, that I wanted back.
Yes.
and some stuff that was like, and again, this is like petty stuff, right?
Oh yeah, you got to leave a hairbrush
Right.
behind.
Yeah, it was probably like there was like an Aeropostale hoodie, right?
Oh, man.
Probably,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Bro.
That's $30.
Yeah, right. $30 is
Yeah.
$30.
Hey, did it have like
Yeah.
the thick strings?
Probably.
Yeah, and
Those
that
were the good
thick
ones.
embroidery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There,
That was good stuff.
There may or may not have been like one of those what were they hookah shell necklaces or something.
Oh,
no.
Dude, you were-
No,
you
no,
were-
listen.
you're a
I
stud.
saw a picture today on Facebook of 13 years ago with you and your wife.
Yeah.
And I literally was like, oh my goodness, look
Yeah.
at that little child.
I know.
Little boy.
I know.
You looked so young.
Isn't
I know.
that weird looking back and you're like, you just look like a kid.
yeah.
Yeah,
It
and
was
you thought
amazing.
you were grown up as hell.
Yeah.
Oh man, I was making great decisions.
Oh,
Oh,
that picture was
wonderful.
actually, we were driving back to Iowa, me and my now wife,
Yeah.
and I just found out that I was deploying, and so she had just forced me to date her at that point.
Yeah, that's
So,
great. I
yeah.
read, yeah.
Forced
You are
Like-
now dating me.
Like-
Yeah, yeah,
Like so, like at gunpoint.
Well, I mean, yeah, it was. I felt.
She is
I
from
felt
New Jersey.
unsafe. I felt unsafe.
She's
from
I'll put it
Jersey.
to you that way. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's right. She's got some
She's from
connections.
Jersey,
yeah,
she's
Oh,
from
yeah.
Jersey.
Yeah.
she's from the Shawhan,
She knows
Jersey,
Jimmy
the Jersey
Buffs.
Shawhans.
She knows Jimmy Buffs.
yeah. Oh, yeah. First meal I had in New Jersey was Jimmy Buffs at her
Yeah.
at her parents or
Is that one of
grandparents.
those
Nothing better.
like low
Italian
lit?
hot dog, Johnny.
I
Is it?
would-
Oh, I thought it was like a
Oh,
low
God.
lit Italian restaurant. What's it
There's-
called?
No, it's a trailer for lack of a better
Yeah,
word.
yeah.
And basically, it's a hot dog fried in grease with potatoes and peppers.
Oh,
fried
didn't you
in
post this
grease.
the other day?
Yeah, he's
I
posted
did,
a couple
I did,
times,
I did.
yeah.
Yeah, where this
Yeah.
is only in what town?
I believe it's in.
Kevin, you got to talk
I
a
believe
little closer to the microphone.
Hackensack. I
Yeah.
believe it's Hackensack.
Hackins.
That is a great name. Does that actually exist?
Oh
Oh yeah,
of
yeah,
course.
yeah.
Mm,
Of course.
Featured in many Billy Joel songs.
Really?
Yeah.
Who's she?
Actually, West Orange. It's actually in.
Oh,
it's-
man,
it's-
people
it's
are
in
coming
West
unglued.
Orange, New
Oh, yeah.
Jersey.
Oh, 100%.
What did I say? Stevie Nicks. Someone was Miranda, our operations manager. That's Stevie Nicks. And I was like, never heard of her.
Ugh.
Or no, never. What did I say? Never
Heard of him?
heard of him.
I would
Yeah,
have,
yeah.
but-
Yeah, never heard of him. Sorry, I couldn't remember. That's how much I don't know about Stevie Nicks.
But there's two things that I want you to offer, like as a special sometime.
Mhm.
I'm sure you get this all the time, so I apologize. But Jimmy Buffs
Oh my goodness.
and like an Iowa style
Pork sandwich?
tenderloin. Yeah,
Yeah, so we do that
fried
in
pork chop.
Forest City as a pork chop sandwich.
Oh,
Okay.
it's
But-
incredible.
But you
I
know what I'm
you're saying.
talking about.
Yeah, I've got a picture of me and my Aunt Nancy. We were in Iowa for the funeral.
Yeah.
I just come back, I think, when
Right.
we met, right? Or I was going.
You were going.
Yeah, so we went to this place in Dubuque, Iowa.
Mm-hmm.
Great town.
Great town,
Yeah.
Rivertown. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, no, Dubuque's. You're thinking of Davenport.
I'm thinking of Davenport, but isn't Dubuque right north of there on the river?
No, Dubuque's. It's eastern Iowa, but it's not near the river.
It's not near the river.
No, it's not near the river.
In
Should
a
look that
van
up
down
to
by the
verify.
river.
I
But
could've
anyway, Dyersville's where the Field of Dreams.
Correct,
Yeah. So
correct.
my
Okay.
grandfather, Grandpa Timmer, he was born in Dyersville, and so that was kind of a big deal.
right on the river, my
Dubuque
man.
is really.
They're just different
My
sections.
mom and dad are so mad right now.
It's okay.
Oh, they're gonna be like, you didn't know.
I was thinking,
We
man,
raised you better.
I know I've been away a long time, but I'm pretty sure it's on. Anyways.
It's- So I didn't know that because we only went to like the High V and
Sure.
the.
I know that exact Hy-Vee that you went to.
Okay, so you've been to Kennedy Mall.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
so what's that restaurant right there? That's it's kind of it's been there forever. Apparently, that was the hot spot for Uncle Ken and
I can
Aunt
see
Nancy.
the Hy-Vee
Nice.
and I can see the restaurant. I know exactly what you're talking
Yeah, I
about.
can't remember what it is. But they have that giant freaking. I mean, it's literally like a 12-inch fried pork chop.
Yeah.
Oh,
That sounds
And what you do by the time you eat down to the bread, you're full.
But it's,
Oh, yeah.
so it's I'm telling. So
I'm serious. It hangs off the bun.
Jimmy Buffs and
Yeah.
the fried tenderloin. Just one.
So we wanted to call it the Hawkeye
That'd be perfect.
pork sandwich.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool because we even had those in Missouri. You go
Sure.
to Missouri.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
that's just
yeah,
a
yeah.
great Midwestern,
Yeah.
pork,
Yeah.
Iowa pork.
Yeah.
So, man, we veered off way. So,
Well, we're back. We're going to get back to the hoodie.
Okay.
That's
where we
okay.
dropped out.
So,
we dropped out
so-
of the hoodie.
Right, so
Things are going bad.
so she's
hey,
got
wait, real quick. What time you have to be out here?
11:45ish.
We get all the time in the world.
Yeah, yeah.
We're
All right,
all
we're
the
rock
time
and
in the
roll.
world.
So this is my first. Yeah. So she's got all this stuff. Like I said,
The puka shell.
yeah. There's probably
necklace.
a Simple Plan
Yeah,
CD.
yeah.
in
Is that
there.
what
I
it's
don't
called,
know.
a puka shell?
Puka shell necklace.
Yeah,
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Of course you would know that. kid.
Listen, I was.
How many you
To
wear?
be honest with you, those were always the guys that I was a little envious of that wore the puka.
Really?
They were like the
Pretty
beachy,
boys?
Oh,
pretty
yeah.
boys.
Laid back,
and meanwhile,
low-key.
I'm Tubalonagus over here.
Surf's
you
up,
know.
bro.
I got like
So-
5 bellies, 4 chins.
So all jokes aside, I really don't think there was one of those in there, but it was definitely that
It
time
was in
period.
that time period.
It was
yeah.
Wait,
sure.
so what kind of shoes are we talking here?
So she didn't have any in my shoes, but what shoes
No, but
was
I'm
I
just,
wearing?
yeah, I'm just trying to
Let's
put
hope
a
she couldn't
perspective because
fit
this
this
wasn't Nike Shocks days.
Oh yeah. So Shocks
Really?
were out there. But
Oh.
I don't think I had a
No,
pair.
that was like
Shocks were real
05.
rich.
No, you're right. 05,
Yeah,
06
'cause
time
I
frame.
wore Shocks to the racetrack
Oh yeah.
and I looked good.
So-
I
Okay.
bet you did.
I had blue
right?
Shocks because I had a blue work shirt.
Sure.
I was
Some
styling,
frosted
profiling.
tips.
Yes.
Frosted tips.
No, just
Yeah.
spiky tips.
Oh,
Spiky,
Yeah,
yeah.
I'll show you some pictures.
Yeah.
Did you have
Johnny
one
Ray
of those
flip?
necklaces?
What's that? Oh, hell no. Guy,
on
come
now.
on, man. I wore flip flops on Sunday because my feet usually hurt after the weekend.
Well, and
But-
they're Jesus shoes,
Yeah.
so you're gonna wear them on
What do they call them?
Sundays.
Jerusalem cruisers?
Yeah, air
Jerusalem
Jesuses.
cruises.
Yeah.
Air Jesus.
I've never heard
Hey,
that.
we're supposed to stay away from religion.
Oh, yeah.
It's
what
just
are you
time
doing?
period. We're not getting into. It's just a time
Yeah,
period.
yeah.
Immediately.
Yeah, not that we're anywhere in the world of being monetized, but demonetized.
Yeah.
Yes.
We all just got canceled.
Yes.
Immediately.
All because you wore religious shoes
Yeah,
on Sundays.
religious shoes on
Yeah,
Sunday.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, I get the connection. Yeah,
That's what I mean.
Yeah,
you
I
did it on
didn't-
Sunday
man.
because.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
All right.
Sometimes we don't sync.
Sorry, but other times we finish each other's
Sentences.
Oh, easy, guys.
Sandwiches.
That too.
All right, so she's got
Only
a bunch.
dads will get that one.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she's got a bunch of my petty stuff, early '90s swag, as they
Swag.
say nowadays.
Nice.
Some of it, and there were some CDs, and some of the stuff
Like who?
wasn't.
Boys
There's
to
some
men.
CDs.
Boys to men.
I mean,
Boys to men.
I'm a mad, you
Maybe
know, like
112.
Lover boy.
I've always loved. I mean, I love all.
NSYNC.
Like,
yeah,
Wait,
me
was
too.
Chumbawamba
Oh,
going
no,
on by this time, or was that a little past?
Chumbawamba. That's a little. In 06, Chumbawamba had already been around.
That's
hadn't
like
they?
probably by
02.
Milli
maybe.
Vanilli?
No, that's
that was 80s,
that was
early
what-
90s.
yeah.
Early 90s,
He's
right?
showing his age.
Kevin's like, oh, I thought we were talking about our high school years.
Blame it on the rain. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Hey,
Yep.
Oh,
Wait, I wanna know
who
what
was-
CDs.
Yeah.
Yeah, what CD?
oh, you talking about
Yeah.
Third Eye Blind?
They're actually probably Third Eye Blind's
Oasis?
first. Probably, yeah.
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 Green Day.
I mean, I had passed that point,
Yeah.
but because Green Day Dookie came out
Yeah,
mid 90s, 93, 94,
Oh, the
something like
album
that.
cover was
It
great.
Yeah, great album.
You
too.
could look at it for an hour.
Yep.
And because there was different. Did you
Yeah.
guys ever remember that?
Oh, yeah.
There was all
Oh, yeah.
sorts of little things going on.
Yeah.
Every
Yeah.
Hidden
kid
stuff.
had that album.
Yes,
So-
I had it on cassette.
Cassius.
So it was probably some late 90s, early 2000s stuff, like you just mentioned, right?
So you had Boys to Men.
So
and
Boys
NSYNC.
and Men, NSYNC, Backstreet Boys,
How
Nice.
about
Destiny-
Trifecta.
I
Destiny's
bet you were
Child?
Destiny's
going
Children.
Child.
Yeah.
Children. Yeah.
Destiny's
Wow.
Children,
With,
yeah, and probably some I don't know. What was the one with Nick Lachey? TLC.
Yeah.
Nick Lachey.
Nick-
Really?
Nick
The boy
Lachey.
bands?
Oh yeah.
You did the
what
boy
was
band
that?
stuff?
No.
Yes,
we're
you did.
Totally joking.
You worked out to it.
Totally, I did. No, I did. I had a sweet tracksuit,
Oh,
and I actually just my workouts were dance moves.
Yeah, that's,
And
Yeah.
you could hear his windbreaker going.
Yeah. And I
they're
had,
called swishy pants.
I had my Reebok pumps on.
Nice.
Yeah.
Don't pump
Yeah.
him too far.
Yeah. And I would just go to
Yeah.
the gym and airbox.
What do you guys remember? LA Gear.
Oh,
Yeah, they came out with a pump.
You could win them on all the Nickelodeon shows. Remember?
Really? Oh, we didn't have cable.
Oh,
Rich
sorry,
kids.
sorry.
Underprivileged.
Yeah.
No, mom and dad got cable after everybody moved out.
Oh, nice. Thanks.
Very smart of
guys.
them.
Oh yeah. Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
they didn't want you ordering
They
stuff.
didn't want us.
Oh,
We
yeah.
didn't want us watching MTV.
No,
It's the devil.
No,
The
the
devil.
no,
devil.
my mom didn't want us watching.
No, nobody did.
No.
Beavis and Butthead.
Yeah.
You know, like as a
Well, I mean, they
fifth
kind of had a
grader.
point
Yeah.
looking
Yeah.
at from an adult's angle.
Right.
They kind of.
Well, now it's like you.
Oh
gosh
yeah,
dang.
now it's 16
Oh,
and pregnant. And
Well,
Right.
it doesn't matter.
Ah,
They're,
yeah.
like
like
it does-
everything you don't want them to see.
Yeah.
even if you don't put them
16
on
and pregnant,
TikTok, you know,
Volume
like,
46.
But
amazing.
then it was actual legit music videos.
but
Yeah,
wait,
it
but
was
wait, do they
actually
actually make
music.
money from that show? Do you think they like they're set
Yeah,
for life?
because they're
or-
like people Amber's age, like my wife's age.
Yeah.
You know, she just.
Oh no,
turned-
no, they loved
like
it.
that was their.
They
jam.
lived for it because
Like,
they were pregnant around.
I
that
was
time.
looking for TRL.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Carson Daly, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, baby.
Don't tell my mom and dad I know that.
You'll be in trouble.
Sorry,
for
Mom.
that, right?
I snuck
That was a
over to my
friend's house.
And
It
then-
was a friend's house.
Yeah, was that a friend's? Oh yeah, Nick Cherisy, man.
His Meemaw was
Oh,
watching.
you're ratting him out?
I'm ratting
Come
him
on,
out.
man.
No, he's good. He's good. He ain't worried about us. He ain't worried about mom anymore.
Oh yeah.
Yo, yeah. You know, that was the thing. Mom and dad were strict. And so everybody knew to act right at our house.
Better get that act right.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah. You remember Pencil Break?
No.
You guys don't, or the Pencil Wars, or
Oh yeah, of
Oh,
course.
yeah, yeah.
Of course.
Is that what you guys called it? Pencil Wars?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
We called
Yeah.
it Pencil Break.
Yeah, and you ain't trying to come in there with no floppy number 2.
Yeah. you better have a good
Well, do you remember those
stiff
ones
feet.
that were like a synthetic
Oh
pencil?
yeah,
that
you
you
could
Yeah.
bend
could
it way
them?
back
Yeah,
to
to
your
bend to it.
Yeah,
thumb.
but then they would
Yeah.
pop.
they were only
But
good.
you, yeah, 1 or 2.
You use
That's
them
it.
for chipping away little like cuts.
My
Look at
favorite-
Kev, he's axing the
Yeah,
pencils.
I'm axing you. I take my eraser out.
Hey, so speaking of stuff like that, my wife had never heard of Pog.
What?
I saw your post the other day.
Yeah, she's like,
yeah.
"What is this?" My
Yeah.
parents brought a bunch of stuff from my room. I guess they're going to turn it into I don't know, but it's not my bedroom anymore. I don't
A
think.
bar.
I don't think so.
I haven't been there in 20 years, but
We should fly back there and do an episode from your bedroom before they change it, and just throw slammers all around when we're in there. Just one final-
slammers. Yeah, throw slammers.
Yeah,
I've got that.
Oh,
I've got that. A bunch of old NASCAR memorabilia. Yeah,
telling you,
yeah.
one
Cereal
final
boxes.
episode.
Terry Labonte, baby. Come on,
Nice.
let's race.
Figurines.
Nice.
Yeah, figurines.
Past cars.
Oh, my favorite was the transporter toys, the NASCAR
Oh, yeah.
transporters.
Oh
'cause-
yeah.
And then I ended up building them for about a year.
That's all.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
it was
That's
kind of
so
weird.
sweet.
So the coolest part is I built Jasper's Robert Presley transporter, right?
Yeah.
And somehow I ended up finding one that was identical. It's the toy model of what we built.
That's so sweet.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
That's
And,
really
You know,
cool.
I think he's in Asheville. He's got a hot dog shop.
Really?
I should go in there and be like, "Hey, bro,
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll buy a couple hot dogs. Give me an autograph."
Sweet.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, it's time to reel you back in.
All right. So
You know
yeah,
how
all
it
the
goes.
all
Hoodie,
the late
hoodie.
'90s,
God,
early 2000s
Still on the
paraphernalia.
hoodie still?
Yeah.
Yeah. We're just
Yeah,
getting past the
wait.
CDs,
Oh,
guys.
All
man.
right. So all right. So we're breaking up. It's official, and I want my stuff back. She won't give it to me, you know, for whatever the reason is. I don't know.
Spike.
Stringing you on.
Yeah, whatever. And so we come up with a plan, me and some friends. Okay.
hmm
And this is gonna be my first mish before I'm even in the
Oh,
military.
boy.
right? This is Call of Duty.
Oh, is that the
Call
is
of
that the-
Hoodie
boy?
Black Ops.
Call of Hoodie Black Ops?
Call
So were you
Now, is that-
already
is that what you guys call
you're
them, Mish?
still trying to lose weight
Yeah.
at this point to get in?
I'm just about
Okay.
ready to sign.
So he's feeling
So-
good. He's feeling
so-
real good.
So I'm good on my feet, right? No,
Oh.
no,
He's been on a
no.
treadmill for
Like-
months.
Well, you dodged a bullet thinking about it because if you would have been in and got
Oh, yeah.
my
You've been in
word.
trouble.
Oh, it would have been the usual scenario
Yeah.
where she hooks up with some other dude while I'm gone, that type of
No,
thing.
no, I'm saying like that, yes, but I'm saying like you dodged a bullet. Like if you were having to deal with the military being in trouble.
Do what?
Oh, yeah. I thought he meant if I would have stayed with her and joined. I thought that, I mean,
She's
because
hooking up with another guy. I'm like, what? How did this happen already?
well, no, that's standard operating procedure.
Yes, it is.
It's
I didn't know.
standard.
You went the opposite direction.
Yes.
Well, he said I
Yes.
dodged a bullet. I thought he meant if I would have stayed with her, then it would have gone south with
No,
her.
if you were already enlisted and you did
Got
what you
in trouble.
did.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah, but yeah.
Either way,
Either way,
What
he's
a-
got to
what
be involved.
Facts.
What a
Either
jerk.
way.
Either way,
It's very distasteful what she did.
yeah.
Yes.
I mean, and let's be honest, she 100% would have done.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
I mean,
all right.
Oh,
Cat's a cat.
yeah.
every dude I know.
If she's
It's
this
the best way to
petty,
thank you for your
if she's-
service.
Yeah, if she's this
Yeah.
petty, she's
Yeah.
definitely
Yeah.
not staying loyal.
Yeah, no, not a chance in
Mm-mm.
it. Okay, so now that we've established it, come up with what we're gonna do, and the whole thing is her parents are out of town.
Now, did you roll out like a paper with like different things like you see in the movies?
It was, yeah. Let's just say yes.
Yes.
Let's say yes.
Yes.
Okay.
It was in crayon.
Yeah. So we're 22 years old. She had her own apartment, but her parents were out of town. They were up in Minnesota. She was gonna house it. Right. My place to where her parents was like 10 minutes.
Were they
And-
staying on a lake? They have a lake house?
Probably.
Because there's like a 10,000 lakes, right?
So many lakes.
Is that the state?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So me, my buddy Jesse, and my buddy Derek come up with this. And so the plan is going to be my buddy Derek is going to call her because he was like the sensible one in the group.
Mm.
He was the one that, you could trust
Mm-hmm.
as far as and all that kind of thing. So
You had good parents.
yeah, he had a good childhood. So and me and Jesse are just a couple degenerates. So Derek's gonna call her. Derek calls her and says, "Hey, John, John's really just he's upset about this breakup. We can't find him.
Oh boy.
Will you help me go and try to find him? He took off, he disappeared, and we haven't been able to get a hold of him. Right now, keep in mind, I had asked a million times, just give me my stuff back.
Yeah.
Right, because some of it was like some of my buddies' CDs or whatever. Again, the whole thing is petty, but at this point,
Mhm.
You want your stuff.
yeah, I
It's
fight for
principle.
me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was the first domestic terrorist that I dealt with before I get into the other stuff.
Mm.
And so,
It happens.
and she's holding this stuff for whatever the reason. And so Derek calls her, and so he tells her this, and she's like, "Yeah, come pick me up, and then we'll go try to find him." So me and my buddy Jesse are gonna sneak into her parents' house
Mhm.
and just try to find my stuff because she
Mm.
supposedly had
I
taken
mean,
it over there
you
with
need
her.
it that bad, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
worth a B&E.
Yeah.
Like, it's the only hoodie you
Yeah,
had.
this is a great idea.
It's like when you get in a fight with your wife about actually nothing, but you
Mhm.
refuse to
Never
give in.
surrender.
You just don't
Yeah.
surrender.
Yeah. Subside.
You guys,
Yeah.
you get what?
Yeah, you
No fault.
Yeah, you never
Wait a
surrender.
minute, you
right?
guys
Yeah.
fight
Admit,
with your wives?
admit nothing. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this goes on. Like we both pull into the neighborhood. This is a nice subdevelopment too. And he goes up to the house, gets her. We're watching from down the street. And we go around to the back of the house, and the door is unlocked. And in full disclosure, we weren't going to break into this house. Okay, like if the
Well,
doors were
sounds
locked,
like you were.
but nobody locks their house in the Midwest.
No, they don't.
Nobody
Yeah,
does.
you're right.
So we knew there was a 90% chance that we are going to be able to just walk in.
Yeah.
So we go downstairs. Of course, the door's unlocked. We walk in, and we go down to her room. We're looking around. We can't find any of the
Mhm.
stuff. Right? It's not there. Even though she said, "I've got it at my parents' house. I'll give it to you."
That's a
Right.
great accent.
It sounded
Yeah,
just
that-
like
that-
her.
that's good.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah. So we
I
don't
got
find
your hoodie, asshole.
Yeah, I got your honey. But
And your puka shells.
What do you need it for? Yeah, I got your
Pukas.
puka
Yeah,
shell
I got your
necklace.
puka shells.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
brow.
I
Yeah.
broke it, but I got them.
Yeah, I got your Marcy Playground CD.
Oh, there was
Sex
the
and
one.
Drop the
candy.
bomb.
Forgot that
Yeah,
one.
yeah,
Dude. Just
yeah.
came back to him.
Mm.
Here's the Blues
I need-
Traveler CD.
yes, okay, so Blues Travelers.
yeah.
What was that one?
The hook will bring you back. That one?
No, I never had to knock on wood. It's a ska band. Remember ska? Yeah, who was that? It came on. Yeah.
The impression that I get is the name of the song, and it's by
Money Money Boss Tones.
yes.
Yes.
Wow.
Good
Yeah.
pull out,
That-
Johnny Ray.
Yeah.
Woo, you went deep for that
Yeah,
one.
I used to like burn my buddies' CDs.
Yeah, from
Yeah.
LimeWire and whatnot.
Oh,
you-
LimeWire,
Yeah.
Kazaa.
Yeah.
you
Yes,
better be
'cause I
glad the
liked-
statute
Kazaa.
of limitations is
Dude.
off of that one.
Yeah.
No
They'll come
doubt.
at
Hey,
Yep.
that guy who did that, like he really
Oh, yeah.
set
Oh,
a
yeah.
path. He's
Sure
the he,
did.
he ate shit for it.
Napster.
Oh, yeah.
He
Yeah,
Napster
but
was
he
that
he
first
set a
one.
path for
Right.
a lot of internet companies, and I hope they took care of him.
Yep.
Actually, I heard he was a jerk.
But this is all that same time period, though.
Yeah,
We're talking
yeah.
about literally the exact same time period.
Man.
So we're in the house. We don't find my stuff. So we're like, let's walk upstairs. Maybe she set it on the counter, whatever. We walk upstairs, and this still doesn't make sense to me to this day. They were gone 10 minutes. I'm
Mhm.
thinking, what how did you look for me in 10 minutes? You know what I mean? Like
really?
to keep in line with the story that we were telling. Right?
Yeah.
So they came back in 10 minutes.
It was not enough time for us to even be prepared
for them to come back.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So maybe Derek was the first to go ahead and
It sounds like she
service
charmed,
that.
she wooed him.
And at that point and at this point,
He's like,
I don't care.
Hands up. Just want the puka shells and the
I'm
hoodie.
just trying to get my stuff, man.
yeah, exactly. I just want my Everclear CD. All right, so
Oh, they're slowly coming out.
Everclear.
It was a big stack of CDs.
yeah, I can't afford another Hootie and the Blowfish CD.
Oh,
all right,
nice.
Oh,
so we hear a car door shut. We're upstairs now, right?
yeah.
There's one way out of the upstairs, right?
That's
So
down.
yeah. So we run into her sister's room. We turn the lights, or the lights were off rather. We're laying on the floor like trying to hide, and we're also trying not to laugh because now we think this is hilarious.
Yeah, you don't know what's to come.
No, but we're both idiots,
Mhm.
right? And so we think this is the funniest thing in the world. So we're trying not to laugh. She walks in and
sees two burglars in her house.
No, she's in the kitchen getting something out of the fridge, singing to herself, has no idea, obviously, that two idiots are in the house, right? And so we're sitting there, we're laying there, like. So after a couple minutes, it seemed like 10, but it was probably 2 or 3 minutes. She goes back downstairs.
Mm-hmm.
And we're like, okay, we gotta go. We're going out the front door. Obviously, we're not going back downstairs. So we sneak out as quietly as we can, and I don't remember if it was me or if it was him, but one of us let the screen door slam.
Oh shit!
Yep. And so we're bolting, we're running as fast as we can down the street, and all of a sudden I hear her come out, "John, you a-hole!" Right? And we're just belly laughing. We can't even keep our breath because we're just laughing so hard, right?
Yeah.
And we run back down to the car. And we leave. This is early days of cell phone, but I did have a cell phone, and she's trying to call me. She's
like a flip phone?
Whatever the one with snake, with Nokia with the snake.
Oh, the Nokia.
Nokia.
Yeah, those were good.
They were.
Oh, they were great.
Yeah.
10 million different cases.
Yeah.
Oh gosh,
Yeah.
man! I had a Pepsi one time. I had a Mountain Dew. I had a.
Those poor mall kiosks
Yeah.
would get you every
Dude,
time.
every time.
Dude, with the
Every time.
blinking
Yeah.
antennas.
Yeah.
You can't do the
Like a
blinking
bug
antenna.
to
It
a
puts you
lie.
out there. Yeah.
So we go back to our house. We go back to our place, and I don't really think too much of it. I'm like, whatever,
Mhm.
like she clearly knows that we didn't walk out with anything. She clearly knows that we'd never harm her, right? Like there's nothing.
So it was pretty
It was
nasty
totally
at this
innocent
point.
to an extent.
What's that?
It was totally innocent to an extent.
It was completely innocent. Like we weren't First of all,
And you didn't get anything.
what they tried to get us with was breaking and entering, right?
B&E.
Which your B&E.
Yeah.
Gotta do it.
A good
But I
2 to
didn't
4.
force
Right.
your
I was
way.
gonna say,
What?
But you didn't force
That's a
your
good
way.
Gotta do
No,
a
we didn't
halftime
for-
at Chino.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would counter with you left the door unlocked and you had some of my stuff, right?
Mm,
It doesn't hold up. It doesn't hold up in the court of law, right?
No,
Clearly.
not much.
Yeah. So we go back to the house. Don't really think anything of it. We think the whole thing's hilarious, and I'm just like, all right, whatever, So she's repeatedly calling and I'm not answering. Right?
On your
Of
Nokia.
course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're getting to start. I think we're just gonna figure out what we're gonna do that night. And cops show up,
Oh boy.
ask us what happened.
Mm-hmm.
Tell them pretty much exactly what I just told you guys, which is
Yeah.
the truth. And
Which is not what you should have told them.
in hindsight, yeah. And he's like,
Put your hands behind your back, son.
not yet. He's like, okay. He's like, I'm going to talk to her, and her parents want to talk to me, and you guys don't contact her. We haven't. She's been calling us.
Yeah.
Okay. So I don't know if an hour goes by or however long, and we wind up in the police station.
Yeah.
And
In handcuffs?
No,
Oh,
they
they-
didn't cuff us. I think he knew. Like, listen, these kids.
They did something, but he has to do something, right?
He's got to do
Yeah.
something. And her dad.
What town was this?
What's that?
What town?
This is probably.
No, what town?
Oh, this is Iowa City. Well, technically Coralville.
Okay.
Coralville.
Yeah. I stayed at a hotel there. Yeah.
Exactly.
Great town.
And so we're in the police station, and her dad, who he's just a jerk.
Yeah.
Right. He was a principal. Like he's just a jerk.
Oh yeah,
Right?
real stiff.
Typical stiff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he didn't like me, whatever. And so he wanted to press charges on us. He wanted to get us for a beanie.
Beanie.
Right.
2 to 4.
Yeah. And so
Kev knows.
so the cop's talking to us at the table, and it was kind of like in a movie. You know, the table's about this long,
Mhm.
cop sitting in the middle,
Oh, you're getting interrogated.
Oh, you're getting good cop, bad cop.
and there's me.
Good cop, bad cop.
The thing is, me and my buddy are on the opposite ends of the table, and he's
Yeah.
trying to see, you know, what we're gonna say,
Mhm.
you know, but we can't look at one another
Without laughing.
without laughing.
Yeah.
So we're just making a point, like, okay, don't make eye contact with one another,
Which
and we're,
is making it worse.
oh,
Oh,
he
yeah.
probably thought we were high or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Looking
And,
at the
uh,
For the
wall.
record.
Yeah.
Sometimes you get tickled, man.
Yeah. And so he's asking us questions, and we're answering them, you know, and he says, let me back up a little. A couple weeks prior, and I don't know why, this is just stupid stuff we did.
Uh-huh.
There's not a lot to do in Iowa.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
So
Unless you're a farmer.
a couple weeks earlier, we had taken a shopping cart, right?
Uh-huh.
And just taken the shopping cart and filled it with like random, like, I don't know, some stuff people set out on curbs. We just sat it on our front porch, right?
At your mom and dad's?
No,
Oh, at her house.
Oh, at her house.
Ex's
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
So,
so-
he was still bitter about that.
Yeah.
But again, never admitted to it. Acted like, you know, we knew nothing.
Yeah.
But then all of a sudden, we don't think this is going to come up with the cop. Cop goes, well, tell me about the shopping cart.
Oh.
And we look at each other and just lose it.
Bust
just
out
start laughing.
Yeah.
Guilt.
Just-
yeah.
So for that point, right? At that point, it was pretty much over. He keeps us there for a little while, and then he says, you know, I've talked him out of pressing a
Yeah.
charge,
Yeah,
like
he
a
did you a
criminal
favor. He
charge.
did you a solid,
Yeah,
yeah.
and he was a cool police officer. I
Yeah.
mean, he wasn't, you know, he was doing his job. He's like,
Yeah.
I don't want to deal with these idiots, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
Because there are legitimately probably more important things going on.
I imagine.
And
Maybe.
yeah.
Very true.
And so we eventually get to leave, but he cites us with criminal trespassing, I think that's what it was.
Yeah.
So he gives us each a ticket, and we had to go before the judge, like, I don't know, a week or two later or whatever it was, and we had to pay a fine. And that was
Like how much?
I think it was, if I remember right, it was $210.
It's not bad.
Not considering what
Did
we
you
could
have
have got.
$210?
What's that?
Did you have the money to cover that?
I made sure I had it, because at that point I was because I was in the process to join the military,
Mhm.
and you don't want any of that crap to show up. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? So I'm just like, let's just get this settled.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I wasn't sure if your old man bailed you out or something.
They
like
didn't
that.
even know until they didn't
really?
find out until, I don't know, a year or so later, maybe.
Really?
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. And then when I told them, I was laughing, telling the story just like now. I mean, just
Yeah.
like, no.
That's
And
funny.
they knew she was a little crazy and whatever. So I mean,
Yeah, it sounds like it.
So she's still wearing your pukas and has your hoodie.
Hollister. Or was it?
I hope
Apostle.
I hope I'm still living rent free in her head in some way, just because of that.
A rent? I
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah,
You're living rent free in her
I
head.
hope
Rent
so.
free in her head.
And I hope her husband knows about it, and they, you know, I hope
That's
I hope
right.
it affects their whole. No, I'm just kidding.
I was like,
I'm just
I was
kidding.
like, man,
Spiteful.
I don't
He's
think she
very
gives a
spiteful.
shit.
No.
Yeah. Moving on.
That's funny in hell.
Yeah.
All right, so,
So-
how long? Hey, where are we at on time? Anybody know?
9:54.
Okay, so we've done about an hour. So we'll just wrap this episode up. We're gonna do some things, and then we're gonna come back and record episode. I guess that'll be 6. Yeah.
Episode
And
6.
John, thank
Yeah.
you for your service.
Thank you for your service, John.
Thank you
Appreciate
for
you.
your service.
We
sir.
appreciate you.
Yeah.
Thank you for giving me wood, Aaron.
And thanks for
No,
putting meat in people's mouths.
Yeah.
That's right. That's
Yeah.
right.
I know people are gonna be like, these guys are so childish.
Well,
He
and
gave me.
Yes.
He gives me wood.
That's what we do.
Well,
I look at
that's
him,
what-
he
that's
gives
what
me
happened.
wood.
But you have MorningWood
MorningWood.
Yes.
I have morning wood, but he gives
because
me.
of me.
Right.
because of
now.
MorningWood Farm.
We're up early.
We're
I-
up early.
I'm talking about fireplaces, guys. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Yeah,
Fireplaces
it
or
never
wood
works.
stoves?
Yeah.
Either way,
Yuppie.
either way, I got a fireplace and a wood stove. Actually,
It
Oh,
never
really?
gets
Oh.
old or less
Country
awkward
chic.
when
Very
someone
nice.
tells you, "Oh, I love your meat," or "My wife loved your sausage,
Right?
And I'm like,
Yeah.
That's,
Oh, yeah.
that's
guy,
That's a little-
I would never tell
no,
a man that.
no.
Yes.
But I
A
do
little
love your
embarrassing.
wood.
But I do love your wood.
Yeah.
Great. There's some great relationships. Damn, I had a good joke for John, and it just
Some
Save it
of
for
your
episode 2.
that wood is
Huh?
girthy too. By the way, your wood.
Yeah, very girthy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hmm.
Yes.
Especially in the morning. Oh, what are we
Yeah,
talking
it gets a
about?
flame going.
MorningWood.
Yeah.
MorningWood Farms.
Yes.
The Farmer's Freezer.
It
We're
gets
up
me
there.
all
Wood for Warriors.
all hot and
Hoot
bothered.
Nannie Forest City.
Yeah.
Hoot Nannie Forest City and Johnny Ray's Smokehouse. And you know what? Let's give Richard Russell a double shout out today.
Yeah.
Double R.
Double shout out.
That's right.
Double R for a double shout out today, folks.
That's right.
Hope you had a great time on the show.
Yeah.
We are wrapping up.
Signing off, guys.
That's radio voice.
Yeah, that's right. How we doing today, Johnny Ray?
Hey,
Welcome to Lordy Day Podcast.
if you guys,
Johnny Ray.
you know what? The hell with it. Let's go for another minute. If you
That's all I
guys,
got.
if you guys worked at the carnival or at the fair, what station would you work?
Man, that's a toughie there.
The dunking tank.
Dunking tank.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
you'd be a
Everybody likes to see a fat guy
big
go in the
guy
water.
go down in the water.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You know?
Bird.
I think the shooting game.
Yeah. Is it air rifle? I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Air rifle.
I guess people generally do a pretty good job. They don't like have a way to screw that up like the
well, it
basketball.
can
hoops.
only rotate so far. So.
Yeah. Yeah. You guys have played Fat Albert.
Oh, I love Fat Albert.
Hey, hey, hey.
Hey.
Fat Albert.
What's he say though? He's got like a spiel.
Well, I actually went to the Shelby Fair this year, and
Cleveland County.
the Cleveland County, correct. The real Fat Albert is no longer around.
He's
the
gone,
gentleman,
right?
yeah,
He
the gentleman passed
yeah.
away. So they had a couple imitators there. It wasn't the same vibe, Johnny.
I guarantee.
You
Was
know, that
his-
one guy had that speech,
was
and
it
he had a
packed
connection
around?
with. It wasn't what it used to be.
Oh, it used to be like
Like fighting for
5,
spaces.
6 people deep.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
To
yeah.
get
Getting your quarters and getting your quarters out
Yeah.
on every color that you could possibly put it on. And
Mm.
old Fat Albert would come out of the guy's hand and search for a hole to go into and get rewarded.
He was trained like a son of a gun, wasn't
Oh
he?
yeah, and I'm
That
sure he
rat.
took really good care of those things to get him to do what he had him to do.
I
Yeah,
have
he gave
no
him
clue
Cheez-Its
what y'all
every
are
day.
talking about right now.
The Fat Albert game. So
Fat
basically,
Albert
the
Do
guys
you
got
know John Allen? What he's talking about?
I've heard of it, but I don't know the ins. and
okay. So
outs.
Fat Albert is a game that is I assume he travels to more fairs than just Cleveland County, but it's this thing, and he always has this microphone thing. He's like, "Hey, hey, hey, Fat Albert's on his way," and
So big
something like
spinning
that.
wheel
Yeah, it's a big
with
spinning
multiple
wheel
holes
with
in
cups.
it. Yes. And basically he releases them. He does this, hey, 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 Fat
Well,
Albert.
what is he releasing? What?
A rat.
albino rat.
a rat.
Okay.
And he sets the
Sorry.
rat in the middle of the spinning wheel, and the
Mhm.
rat runs to it,
One of the cups.
one of the cups and
Whatever
goes into
cup
a
you
little
put a
thing.
tree
but you
down
put
or whatever?
quarters down.
You put quarters on colors, and basically you would win. Back when he was doing it, you would win like boxes of candy. Remember?
Well, I
Like,
mean, you could win all
depending on-
sorts of
yeah,
stuff.
all
Yeah.
Daffy or
little
something.
things all the way up.
But he
And-
was like just raking
Yeah.
in
and his
hundreds of
spiel,
dollars of quarters.
you know,
an
loud
hour.
on the microphone. He had a microphone, and he just constantly pumping up the
Yeah,
crowd, and
just-
constantly.
That
So he was
life,
a
that's
promoter,
got to be a
basically.
tough life.
Oh, it's got to
You
be a tough.
Because I mean,
life.
it's basically a hustle every single day.
yeah, yeah.
You know, he doesn't
And
take
you got to
breaks.
stay with the same
No.
energy all the time.
Yeah.
no, no,
that
no.
you know that gets old. That gets
Mhm.
real old. All right. So anyway, what would you do?
at the fair,
Mm-hmm.
I'd probably staying on brand. I'd probably do the turkey leg so I could keep putting my meat in people's mouths.
Yeah.
Nice.
Nice.
I think that's
That's
fair.
We
very
appreciate that.
Mm.
And your service.
Yes, thank you for your service. How
Thank you.
about you, Jenny Ray?
I would just be like security staff, just kind of walking
where
around
you
with a
can
jacket.
sneak off, and
Well,
you can kind of do your own
Oh,
thing.
I just
No
like
real
to,
responsibility.
I like to, if I see something, say something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stranger
yeah.
danger.
Everybody
stranger
knows
danger.
security.
So I want to make
control.
sure that all the meth heads are working,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah.
oh, God.
Make sure the turkey legs are going into the mouth.
yeah. But dude, some of those things, those rides scare me. I'm not.
Oh
gonna
yeah,
lie.
jinkety jankety.
hmm And I don't trust myself to set up one of those things even after a
No.
year. Of
Put somebody's
experience.
kid in a little
Yeah.
boat that's
Yeah.
going to spin around at
Responsibility.
25
It just-
miles an
it
hour.
makes me
No,
nervous.
I'm
sir.
sure safety's paramount with these people.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah, because
yes,
you never
yes,
hear about
yes.
carny rides.
Safety
No.
meetings
Yeah.
every
Yeah.
morning.
Some of them sleep in tents.
I'm sure they
They
do.
do.
Legit. Yeah.
Like, and I've heard of
Lean-tos too.
Yeah, I talked to a guy. He said that his bed was in the back of an 18-wheeler. That's
Yeah.
got to be a rough, tough
Yeah,
life.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
dang.
yeah.
A different town every 2 weeks.
Yep. Yep.
eating carnival food
Just
every
when you get
freaking
set,
day.
you got to break and
Yeah,
run.
it sounds terrible the way you're telling it. I don't want to do that.
But like one day a year.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
You know what? I'll make you some fair food.
Yeah, that sounds
Yeah.
Oh
good.
yeah, nothing like good fair.
All right,
food.
so we're going to wrap this up and we'll take a short break and we'll be back for episode 6. Yep. All right.
Signing off.